and my stepmom, they can do. I'll be a closer and I'll always be a closer. And this is about identity run by the wives of the Hanis. My identity will be run by Hanis, the elders, and they get abasekho emhlabeni. Nje ngithetha nje, but the things azenzileyo efamilini yami uyilimazile ifamily yami. Family yami deserve the best. Utata kuthembisile Matinani. Igama ka Chris ka younger brother uChris. Everything ekule country iqhonywe Chris Hani, which is the younger brother. Baba ke babanika noba ibhasari or umsebenzi. Disense babakhele eCofimvaba baba kwaSabalele. Kwakhiwe iRDP ngurhulumente. Awunoze umxele urhulumente akaboni kwaHani indongazi yawa. Baba phekelo RDP baba thathe ngale. I need to go to school. Nobody's there. But because iskolo it's never been the thing. Because the blood that runs in me, I have it all. I did it on my own. Fashion designing. I did.
Are you alleging that by the time in 1993, 10 April, Chris Hani, as we know him, please allow me to call him Chris Hani.
No, yeah.
He was already separated from Dimpo.
Yes, separated. Oh, I don't need to answer one woman who say I'm not Chris Hani's daughter, who go and his bunch of comrades, so-called comrades, hooligans, in fact, not comrades.
Of your existence when Chris Hani was still alive.
She knew in Lesotho this woman is playing as if she doesn't know nothing. She knew in Lesotho because I used to be in my soldier's neck. That woman. I know her, my Amba, Ezopeya, maybe the country, they will be talking something else now. Because I can feel my heartbeat, the way it beats. I'm ready. But I am not a racist. I will never be a racist. But the country, they must do what is right. How can the 100 years...
Mashiane politically incorrect. I've got a guest today whose father I've been talking about a lot in the podcast for quite some time. I'm going to let her introduce herself the way she wants to be known. So let me attempt that. Yeah, please tell South Africa, tell the world, who are you and where you from?
Kamalam Cleopatra Hani. Into Hani and ezalelwa eMillrift eXesi kuseneme kwaThunyiswa. How my mother and my dad met. Tata waseCofimvaba kuSabalele endubini. But originally Hani family is from Millrift, vele eXesi. Ifamily yakwaHani. Into engaziwayo leyo. Ikhona ebhalwana ngaphansi bayifamily yakwaHani. My father used to travel from Cofimvaba to Alice. Apo kwafundwa khona eDikeni. This way he met my mother, traveling by train. My mother was a tall, beautiful woman, long hair. So mama tatamu babedlula ngetrain bamisa eXesi. So tata mama was ngene training ephethe yo truck. Dala ke abantwana besifundiswa babephatha truck. Abamaqaba bephatha ibasket. So tata ke give wayiphethe ibasket. Kuba izahlala inkukhu evuthiweyo nosonga samanzi esivuthiweyo. Omama bona babephatha tea stuff because Thunyiswa Jabavu family zamane as those as a family zaseXesi. Mama wami wabanjwa ngenwe wababeka ngenwele itraining, so tata became a hero. Wavula umnyango and wafunqula utata umama. till the next station bangene ngaphakathi etraining so bahlala wabini efestilweni. That was the start of the relationship. And ilandika ii-families ubungathandani nenye ifamily evele emaqabini bebehamba abantwana besifundiswa bodwa abantwana bamaqaba bodwa. But utatam yena bamthatha ingathi no benceda umama lentwana inxiba into ezithungiweyo inuka amalongwe ayinaba nento kwenza nomama because mama she was that queen. Xa befika edikeni bona phakathi edikeni utata wam exwaye letrani kamama nale bhaskithi yakhe bahamba ababazi mokakho sifowunela amaxesha so bagqiba sadibana emlanjeni kumlambo edikeni ebhekwe forte ndilibele qaba into ngalo mlambo bazawudibana etyhumeni tyhume bazawudibana kulaa mlambo kulo mthi umntu wengcinube. So banenomthi bamba behlala phansi kwabo bade bamlandela brother bakhe neetshomi zabo bafumana phaa babetha utata wabaleka utata kanti utata uzabafumana one by one wabanqusha bonke wababetha bonke. So this relationship kamama notata it's a long relationship. Ayingotata wam ayingomama wam umamam umntana kamakhulu utamkhulu.
Mama Kli, I understand you're comfortable. Ne? I'm just worried about the mic. I want to be as close as possible to the mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Can you put it closer?
Can I? Okay.
Because now it makes me.
I can
Okay.
put it closer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know him as Chris Hani. And you know him as Utata. You call him Utata. What about him? That there are a lot of stories about him, and you issued a statement last week. It's been 32 years since he has gone. You wrote a statement, and the statement is a very painful statement. Can I see? Are you comfortable if I read out the statement?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm gonna find the statement and read it so we can. So we can go through it so we understand what did you want to say in the statement. Tando.
Yes.
That message is gone. Please send it. Please send me again. So you are crying about, I don't know if it's ill treatment or you are being ignored by the government as the Hani family, because you are not speaking only about yourself. You are speaking about the entire family.
It's not easy to talk about myself because I've been a hustler in my life. So I can't come to because the blood that runs in me is too strong. When I look back, my family didn't finish with no. That would be cruel if I'm talking about myself. I have to talk about my family because that's my family. No matter how much evil these Manqata, MEC, and their friends, all of them, with this the Ampateli and my stepmom, they can do. I'll be a closer and I'll always be a closer. And this obona identity run by the wives of the Hanis. My identity will be run by Hanis, the elders, and they get abasekho emhlabeni ongweventure abantu who have a voice of who am I. Negazi elaphalala xa lifika kwaHani, utata omkhulu wam, utata ozala utata. Elaa gazi lingu-home affairs wam. Lo bamba bemfuna ndingazi bamfuna kubani kuba naxa bethi bafuna igazi yothesta igazi, igazi lam bazalitesta belithesta nabani because ngumama ozaziyo utata wesana lakhe. My father told me that is my father. My grandfather told me ndingumzukulwana wabo. Now the woman is questioning me, and andiyanoba utata uqale uba nento ngo-1980 because yena uqale uzala abantwana bakatata 1980 and so fisho tata andiyazi ke noba utata ungene ebedroomini ngo-1980 I don't know ndawuva ngaye because and I'm not interested to that. I'm not interested what my father's wife ithini because ndiyazi a chicken iyakwazi uwaqandisela amaqanda ayo ingasingowayo iyakwazi ningawaqandiseli amaqanda angasingowayo. So I'm one of those nkukhu evela leqanda elityhalilwe phana sister zami. I'm not the only sister. All of us akafuna usibona and singam-identity katata singabona abantu bafana notata. So akubalulekanga still noko but okubalulekileyo kwaHani bengamelanga ikhaya lethu linjeya. Hayi i-ANC nayo mayikhe icinge into yoba how many years ndizoma phambi kwakho ndizothetha ngento yefemeli yam. kwaHani ikhaya lam bengamelanga linjeya na total. And the stepmother just a chair nditsho nje ayokhomba isitulo owathi ngokucinga indoda yakhe uba elakhaya lazala indoda lamzalela indoda alakhele iyadi noba nguronta umakhulu akanaronta. Utata wami is 32 years wasweleka umoya wakhe usalele eBoksburg. Iingcango zaseBoksburg zisenembumbulu zikatatami imingxonya. If so called this lavidavi eyithetha benoyivala nala mingxonya spirit katata besinohamba pha. Ayikho indoda yesintu black man engcwatywa ngaphandle kwendlela yayungcwatywa. Utata mufe ehambaze enganxibanga ingubo yakhe. Kunengubo esiXhoseni othi xa ungcwatywa ngayo ungena naye emngconyeni. That woman yayigqitha umama katata besithi esithi la mfazi katata umama katata myanuka uhlaliswe ema-kitchen. My stepmother has been cruel to the family. Benzange ndafuna uthetha ngaye kakubi bendithetha nje but the things azenzileyo efemelini yam uyilimazile ifemeli yam. Family yam deserve the best. Utata kuthembisile Matinani igama kaChris younger brother uChris. Everything ekule country iqhonywe Chris Hani which is the younger brother. Babakhe babanika noba ibhasari or umsebenzi distance babakhele eCofimvaba kwaSabalele kwakhiwe iRDP ngurhulumente. Awunoze umxele urhulumente akaboni kwaHani indonga ziyawa babaphekele oRDP babathathe ngale ndlela bathatha babanike iRDP. Imizi ifakwa itanga kwaHani ayifakwanga itanga. Into esendilwela mna likhaya lam eyam into yona iyodwa ndisizayo hamba nayo ndisendidle funa ndihambe nayo ngayona but okwangoku ikhaya lam i-head of the family ihlupheka apha eRhawutini iyadinga. These ANC people they're busy taking their grooming friend yesatu efuna ukum-acta utata even naxa ethetha umbona uba ufuna uba ngugrizane ngoku. But God iyazazi naye uba he had no right, he had no voice. The voice ebemele umuntu uyathetha nguBoyce Yani not Mphatheli Yani. Mphatheli Yani who accused me even ukubulala. I still want to know kubani ndambulala. And ezo zinto zindilimazile emotionally in front of unqatha. And agenda yabo emdaka because they always want to take me down and they can't take me down. The blood that runs in me, nobody can take me down. It's not easy to take me down. I'm a fighter. I don't need no muntu ozongithuthuzela. I'll cry and walk again and cry and walk again and cry and walk again because they don't know what went through from age 13 being a courageous child of this movement. I've been a courageous child of this movement. I took things outside the country as a child. Didn't know these things as far as playboys. Envelopes. But today, I need to go to school. Nobody's there. But because isikolo is never been the thing. Because the blood that runs in me, I have it all. I did it on my own. Fashion designing, I did things on my own. I did it. Agriculture, I love agriculture. Go to agriculture, tatung begging. I just need agriculture because we are watching abantu bayanikwa ifama. Banikwa ifama abantu. Uye ne-document isiphelele i-document zakho. Ufuna ifama, ufuna i-restaurant because you can see ukuthi politics is nonsense. Politics is nonsense by seeing these boys moving with Mercedes. Ministers, Mercedes, you watch this, uyabukele nje ukuthi age 18 uthi no man. The only solution of this country is agriculture. And for me there was nothing like more than agriculture. Telling myself I'll make my life go agriculture because khumbula mangisi, akhe ahamba mangisi. Acinezela amabhulu. Amabhulu ngela xesha icinzelwa ngamangisi. Ahamba amabhulu. Amabhulu ecinzelwa ufana, amabhulu ecinzelwa njengathi nje zenza clever kuthi nje. Ecinezela amangisi. But ahamba amabhulu ozilandika. Ozifoma abuye amabhulu eyilento ayiyo.
Sankara, you want to come in?
Yes.
Tando, is it fine? Oh, you want to come in?
Yes. The statement.
No, this I got it. Yes, I got it. I put it somewhere, so I got it. So can I read the statement now?
Okay.
Yeah, let me read the statement. So the statement was written by Usiko Hani, Boyesi. So because he's the head of the family, I'm going to try. It's 4 pages long. So I want to read paragraph for paragraph.
Right.
You'll let me know if you want to explain something. As the Hani family, we have been subjected to long silence battle by the ongoing tactics to undermine the name of Chris Hani and the Hani family. Today marks exactly 32 years since the passing of our late hero, Comrade Thembisile Martin Hani, well known as Chris Hani. You did explain his real name wasn't actually Chris Hani. Thembisile Martin Hani comes from the Hani family kwa Sabalele, Ekofimbaba in the Eastern Cape province. The notion that is created by politicians that Thembisile Martin Hani was just a husband and a comrade has a complicated and compromised the peace and stability of our grandfather's home. This ongoing notion has subjected us to ill treatment and being undermined by our late brother's wife, Dimpho Hani. Do you want to explain that in short? The part that you say you being in the family has compromised you and I mean you say ill treatment and being undermined by our late brother's wife, Dimpho Hani.
You know, isikakhulu andifuni ukuthi umama uandamine mna. Uandamine yani family kakhulu. Why andamine day one encwaba utata? Day one. If yena ngasikhumbula kakuhle, bayimpahla katata wasifaka ngantoni? Ngefestiri ibhubhile utata. And ukuba umama nyani ebengumama if ebengumama rather chasing the blood, if ebengumama esiva ifamily abantu abadala besithi ngumzukulwana wabo, if ebengumama nyani ebeyawuthobela abazali bakhe. Into azenzileyo umama zimbi cruel in the family because yena is only it's about 10th April noise ezindlebeni yakhe. Ilizwe liyaphela. He should be doing what I'm doing. Mna, I look after the children who are born in prison. I'm the first one in South Africa who did that in fact. ANC bancedisana and at the same moment to stop that. But because it's me, I'm too strong. The hands are successful. I have a video of it. Beautiful ukunikeza abantwana abazalelwe etrongweni impahla because I'm looking at this thing abantwana abazalelwe etrongweni xa umntana erepile kuthiwa makalindwe abe neminyaka emithile but umuntu obhinqileyo othwele umntana esuswini yena makahlale ejele azale umntana ejele aphule la mntana ethetha ilanguage yasejele. So I made that event for the people ukuthi lo mntwana makaxephuma aphume nesukesi enempahla ene-toys so that xa idlala abanye abantwana phandle ayibe inxiba into zakhe edlala into zakhe bazolibala into yoba lo mntana uphume ejele kuba xa ehamba ephuma ejele nomama akhe uzawunxiba impahla zabanye abantwana. Abantwana bambathi umntana akhulule into yam le into yam la mntana imenza smaller and smaller end up enye criminal again. So yena ibemele uba wenza ii-events ezinothi ibe yinto efunwa ngutata into ezazifunwa ngutata zizinto ezinjalo to look after the country, not to expect to have diamonds and gold of the country. It's not about money.
It says, we wish to set the record straight and place it for all time that the Fulani Hani, my grandfather, had 3 sons in his marriage with my grandmother. Nomayise Hani, of which my father, Dushe, was the firstborn, followed by Tembisile, also known as Chris, and then Unkosana. I think this one is straightforward. I'm the firstborn of Dushe. So the person who says I'm the firstborn is Uboisi, right? I'm the firstborn of Dushe Hani. My natural succession, I'm the head of the Hani family, as decreed by the traditional framework. We are a family that has always practiced its traditional values and ethics. We have been undermined in every manner possible under the context by political figures who consult with Dimpo Hani in regards to the issues of the Hani family. We would like to clarify this to the public that in no cultural or traditional practices belong to us as Africans has a wife been chief negotiator, nor head of the family. Political figures and Dimpo Hani have been the center of disorientating the family and and terminating the names of the children of Tembisile Hani. You want to unpack that? If you don't want to unpack, it's fine. I can jump to the next.
No,
context.
you can jump to next because that's the truth.
Okay. The Hani family has been excluded in many discussions and decisions about the Tembisile Hani and the Hani name as a whole. As the family, we have been left disorientated in order for these dirty deeds to happen. Every year, the government, the ANC, and its alliance spend millions in commemoration campaign for Tembisile Chris Hani for self-enrichment opportunities. No sustainable legacy has been built to Tembisile Chris Hani's name. Tembisile Hani was a man with vision for all South Africans. He lived for the people and he died for the people. The least the government and the ANC and its alliance could have done is to build a sustainable legacy for the name. The Hani family, as the Hani family, we have concluded that our son, brother, uncle, father, and grandfather's name should not be used for self-enrichment opportunities. Moving forward, we still feel the effects of losing our son, brother, uncle, father, and grandfather. The children of Tembisile Hani have no home to live in. Yet government and the city of Ekurhuleni decided to turn his house into a museum for tender and self-enrichment purposes. This should be a serious indication for all South Africans that the government thinks of its people, of what it thinks of its people and those who fought for the democracy. So the house that we know, we see on TV, where the incident happened, is that now a museum?
Yes, apho ibuhlungu khona lento ngalanto yalandla. Landlu umama ukuhlukana notata wayehlukana tata wayesegqithiwe eselisuthu ukufaka tata. Wayithengisa lo mama lendlu xa ibuye. But loo nto soze uyive. But ndiyothuka ngo-2024 indoba umama wayidivorsa notata, which is my stepmother. Wayesegodukile eselisuthu. Now mna ndiyaya ke ngoku sekudlule iminyaka utata wafa laa ndlu ithengisile. Lo sisi andicele uthenga le ndlu athi mandiyacela uzame uye kumasipala ufumane le ndlu because usokhala ngobrother wakho uhlala emikhukwini eRhawutini. Ndihambe mna ndiyomcela, but what happened? Kwamasipala eBhenoni apho imission ezi-evil ezenziwa khona. It's where apho uMondli Kukubela bayithenga laa ndlu for museum, just to close the house kwenzela abantu bangabi hands to it. Kanti ndaya kubo within no time, 1 month ndigqiba kucela indlu, the next month bayayithenga.
Let me understand something. 2 questions very quick. You, and I want, the reason I'm repeating it because you would have said it in Xhosa and I want to understand. Are you alleging that by the time in 1993, 10 April, Chris Hani, as we know him, please allow me to call him Chris Hani.
No, yeah.
He was already separated from Dimpo.
Yes, separated.
Do you know how much was this house sold for? To the municipality.
To municipality. Sensiva ukuthi yazimina siba ngundiva ke undiva kwazi umsebenzisa. Because silimele ku media ngundiva. I cannot say babethengise ngamalini. Kodwa I know that yazi millions. Basithengisa nge-millions.
I'm sorry about that. Let me continue reading just so we can finish it. As the Hani family, we would like to put to an end the ongoing self-enrichment agenda using Thembisile Chris Hani's name. We would like to ask for assistance from the people of Africa in fighting this battle against the political figures who have been subjecting the family to poverty, depriving them of ordinary financial aid to their own gains. Our son, brother, father, and grandfather is still laying in the land of unbeknown to him. This has subjected his spirit to ill treatment, such as his grave being shot at for tender and self-enrichment purposes. As the Hani family, we would like to take Thembisile Martin Hani's spirit back home, where his grandfather, father, and brothers are at peace. You want to transport the mortal remains of Chris Hani from Ekurhuleni in Gauteng back to home.
No. I don't have a problem with the bones of my father. Because the bones of my father belongs to the wife. Doesn't matter, it's okay. Dada must rest in peace. But culturally, moya kababam ndandisithubeni. For 32 years, the spirit of my father is everywhere. Is not next to his grandfathers. And my father entered the coffin naked. Every Xhosa man has got a white blanket. More especially Amanguni. They go with something inside the coffin. But my father is still under his tubing. And the only people that who can do that, that is the Hani family who can remove the spirit of my father to rest home, so that must be connected to the elders, so that when we dream and things that we do in the kraal, when we call him, must be around us. But you can see these politicians, I don't know whether they are playing the game of getting the power over his spirit. Why they are running away for the spirit of my father to go home. Why they are nobody. Because I've been crying for this. And I'm crying again. I'm begging them. The spirit of my father is still in Bosberg in 32 years. That time bona baqamele ngemali. That time bona they are, just the spirit. So that we can have a power to do things. We can't do things because we are the Xhosa people. We have our own beliefs. And for me, I'll fight for my dad. I will fight for my dad, and they know them. They know me. No leadership that does not know me. In knocking to his door and city, uyangihlupha moya katata. And the problem is that destroying my sister, my younger sister, I know she hates me. It doesn't matter. Umama ke, sister, my stepmother, the mother that teaches the child wrong things. Kuzabe right umntwana sekhaya, makaye ekhaya, ayokwenza into yasekhaya. Ayokhalelwa ekhaya. Everything yakhe will be because it's brilliant. Makahamba goduke.
So you are saying, in clarification, as I read it, I thought it meant that physical exhumation of the remains, the mortal remains, were supposed, okay, the spirit, not in physical form.
No, not in
the
physical form, the spirit.
Okay.
To visit where my father wayebethelwe khona.
Oh.
To visit apho wayebethelwe khona. There are certain leaves that we use, the elders, when they take him home. And then there are certain things that are happening at
So that
home.
ceremony was never done?
It's never been done. 32 years. 32 years. And every 10th of April, they're talking nonsense of remember. The t-shirt they wear, every time the ANC is getting in a hole, would be using Save Hani. Every time they're getting in a hole, every time, because ever since they were just looking to the hole. But Hani will always save them by the spirit of Hani. This is to be.
Let me finish the statement so we can address. As the Hani family would like to take Tembisile Hani spirit back home where his grandfather and brothers are. We, as a family, can protect him from all the power mongers and self-enrichment cats. We would like to ask for your assistance with the ceremony in bringing his spirit back home. We have been advised to go Fund Me campaign is what majority of South Africans find convenient in terms of lending a hand. We have therefore created an account with the link where one can assist. We welcome any amount of assistance. We only have the people of South Africa and our African brothers and sisters. The government and former liberation movement has failed the people of South Africa to an extent of being at the center of the family destruction. We will be doing a media briefing for the final mass commemoration of our hero of the people of Africa. We would like to close the chapter of our family being undermined and our son, brother, uncle, father, and grandfather's name being used for corruption and self-enrichment purposes. Thank you. It is signed by Biko Hani. It clarifies Cleopatra Hani as Tembisile Martin Hani's first daughter, and that is yourself.
That is myself.
Let me understand this statement. You have requested assistance from other people, and other people said you must do a GoFund campaign where ordinary South Africans can chip in and assist. Do you have a link, Tando, where we can put at the description of the video?
Yeah, there is a link available.
All right, sharp. So what we'll do is at the description of the video, we'll put that link for those who want to donate, so they can go there and donate. Let's see how much South Africa pitches in. I think the message that you stated there is,
but yeah. Let me promise you one thing. There is this Mpatelani always keep on saying that I want money. Money to me, it never be a thing because I'm a revolutionist. A revolutionist doesn't chase money. Only politicians that chase money for deals and the standard of way of living. For me, as long as I have my soul, I'm okay with myself. But when I think of money, when I'm sitting in the rural, the little hectares that were put in our head, that we can use them. And my worry is, our people, they call them, they're lazy. Our people, they're not lazy to use those 1 hectares. When I was asking to be helped with money, I'm looking at me and my people. And even the events that I'm doing is the events for the people. And I'm looking at large now. The country have no foundation. Our foundation has been killed, which is our youth, through drugs. 2010s, how the drugs were in this country. Now I'm busy with women in banking. I have all these provinces, 9 provinces, women in banking, because I want us, we women, to clean the country. To clean, because those are our kids. Some of our mothers, they can't sleep because 3 years, 4 years, umntana akho koyibheka ecollege akabuyi. 5 years, umama udepress, umama sine problems, ziyakhula problems. Now is a high time women come together and shape this. So for me, to the country, I'm crying loud for help financially because I have nothing. I can't do nothing. But my dream is about my people.
I'm gonna take you back a bit. There's a T-shirt worn by Banyazali Sufi says, "Don't kill Chris Hani again." It was repeated by Zizi Kodwa, who was wearing that T-shirt that says, "Don't kill Hani again." Public perception says it's a campaign by a certain faction of ANC who are fighting Cyril Ramaphosa. Does it hurt you that your father is used for those identification, or you don't mind because your father is a legend of the ANC?
No. Remember these people, they turn to something else. They tend to be hooligans. They just tend to be hooligans. We don't have our real comrade. They're using the name comrade just like a song of, I don't know, a song of what. These people are hooligans, serious hooligans. Because you have no food. You call this person, "Can I see you?" He will tell you, "Meet my PA." And that time they know what we are going through. These people, this T-shirt that they are wearing, they're serving sorry that I cannot say it in this, but I feel like saying it.
Say it.
These people, they're serving their ass. Because it's their political games. Because everyone is pushing another one. Want to, lo uyi president, lo funu ngen by president, lo uyi minister, and I funu by your minister. The country is waiting for help. The poor of the poorest is waiting. But we were watching Rover after Mercedes, after this with bodyguards and black suits. Who must just clap the hands for these people? We go to the stadium. There are people who have to watch them having good times at our expense. These people are hooligans. And if the country doesn't see now it's a new world order, this has nothing to do with politicians. This is the time of the revolution to change the life of the people. Then you are on fire. If we can't see what is happening in America and China, if we have no ears, we are having a problem in the country. Let's prepare for a new journey, not in politics. It's over. Let's create new things of our own. We're getting to technology. In South Africa, it crashes here to namhlanje. Busy mnandi iketi, lona itipot. Busy that nonsense. That having cats on the walls and all these drawings. We are getting in the world of computer. Let's our young children, our kiddos, they must know how to use their finger because we are getting to unlocking to the fingers.
There was a commission by the Home Affairs. You spoke about it at the beginning. You say
My identity.
You say your family is your own Home Affairs. It is the Hani family that welcomed you and embraced you and recognized you as a true Hani by blood. Do you feel offended that there was a commission to investigate you and the other sisters of to dispel your allegations that you are true Hani daughters?
No, I don't need to answer one woman who say I'm not Chris Hani's daughter, who go and his bunch of comrades, so-called comrades, hooligans, in fact, not comrades. They go and say what they are saying. They must say what they. I mean, won't come to get it. I will be not a person if I'm because they know that I'm a fighter. They know that they call me. Some of them they call me I'm arrogant. They call me with names. It doesn't matter. But I always believe I have to say what I say. I don't have a problem what they did in Home Office to try to take it away my identity. When I look what they did to Winnie, you know. What they did to Winnie is what they did to me. To rub off my name and make sure that I don't have an identity. I have an identity. My grandmother and grandfather told me that I'm their daughter. The blood in the land were up yakar.
Have you met your father?
I did meet my father in Lesotho. My mother, when he took me to Lesotho to my dad, the passport of my mother to Lesotho, they mark it red under. And I've been asking myself, why my mother's passport is marked red? So I've met my father. I talked with my father. I know my father's touch.
Do you remember him, or you were too young to remember?
No, I'm too old. I was not young.
Yes. No, when I met
you,
were you old, or you still remember visions you spoke to him?
I speak with my father in Scholz, in Roma University, when we were with, it was me and him and Zugesus Kweia, the boxer. You know, there was a name that my mother used it when we went to visit my father. It was my uncle, Tatu Mavuso, who was a friend to Tatu Ngamalala, Msholos. You know, when we visited, we were like visiting this uncle of ours. But I know that I'm going to meet my dad. So we'll go, my dad was used to drive Volkswagen, yellow Volkswagen. You know, so I remember those years. It's so funny, even my stepmother, when he said he was my DNA. In Lesotho, I used to see her going when I'm a soldier, ayo pay imali yawe ku-UN. Yena uzofika sifike ekuseni, yena afika ahamba bheke phambili ku-complain the soldiers ukuthi hey lo muntu kube ngumfazi ka chief of staff intoni into ayenzayo vela ngenothatha imali ashiya. So all those things ngine memories zakhe. And let me tell you the name that the leaders they call her. They call her Eagle. Her name, she was Eagle. Why she was Eagle? I will not say it here. I will say another day. And she knows that her name is Eagle. And the things that he did, you know, that woman had to share more than anybody else. It doesn't matter what he did. I'm crying for my sister. It's not about her, it's about my sister. It's about my sisters. Some of my sisters had to go to the house because it's funa gloani. The greatest batabakwazi gloani. You know? But you cannot make him daughter izela by 5, by 6, utwana by 3. No. Kuba ulilungiselela your political stories and journeys, because this media of SABC1, ETV, all this nonsense. It's a duty, games to people's brains to drive the ship to their direction. If they want you to be Hani's daughter, they will make you to be Hani's daughter. If they don't want you to be Hani's daughter, they will make you to be not. Protect yourself by knowing the story. To know your story. I know my story. I don't need these people to tell my story. I know my story.
So you say when Chris Hani was alive, you were recognized.
By my father.
No, you were recognized by your father, of course.
And my grandfather.
But even your stepmother recognized you. She knew of your existence when Chris Hani was still alive.
She knew in Lesotho this woman is playing as if she doesn't know nothing. She knew in Lesotho because I used to be in my soldier's neck. That woman. I know where my ehamba ezopeya imali yama troops. I can say troops. People who are what do they? Angisakhumbula mali ayila bepeya ama soldier MK. Asayikhumbule kwakuthiwa yini la mali because nokoneko mdala nga 13 12 13.
So your father had a good relationship with Umsholozi, as you say. As the Hani family, and maybe yourself in particular, does it hurt you that the Hani family, the one that is led by Dimpo Hani, issued a letter on the media from their lawyers to say they must, they wanted an association, or they wanted to visit the family, and she did not want. Does it hurt you, or you want the relationship to continue? I just want to understand umkhonto wesizwe relationship with the Hani family and the other family.
You know, andifuna ukuxoxisela if ndizawuthetha ngomsholozi kum ebe ngutata shem andifuna umxoka ube nguye utata kum because bendisiya kuya ndishawutisa khala ndishawutisa ndithi mna ndayibona lo mama uthini ngamephepheni. You know what he will say, Msholozi? He said, clear, listen. Okay, umuntu uyarasa pha ngaphandle nawe uzophuma uyorasa nizabona ningamahlanya nobayi-2 yeke because bengimamela because mhla ndiye kutata ngithi kuye tata kwayini xoka nonke nithi nizofaka indlela ekhaya nizofaka nini ayishema futhi zangathathe not even a month he did it ndabona amatye amhlophe. In fact wathumela uGlenn Mashinini uDimpo ngexesha ekungqola emaphepheni ngam ne-DNA Umsholozi yena nguyindoda esintu wathumela u-special programs owuphethwe nguGlenn Mashinini kusabalele ukuba mabombuzi ba ngumntakabani lo. The only ilizwe walifumana ekhaya kungweventsha xa umjongile ubona bani wena yaphela incoko. Ugovernment ne-politicians they've tried bequqa ekhaya kulo mama beyophanda mna ubani umntana kani na, and it was painful but there was no way that I would cry in front of them. Nobody I would cry in front. I would cry when I'm sleeping, but sleeping is the place to sleep. I could not cry, but I told myself I have a responsibility and a job to do.
Sure. You want to chip in?
Yes. Just to give clarity for the people as well. She also refers to President Jacob Zuma as her dad.
Okay.
Because of the close relationship.
Yeah,
so
she might confuse. Yes, okay. Yes. Okay, no, I understand.
No, Msholozi, it was Msholozi like a father because every time, let's say I'll have leg problems, I'll take my 2 boys to him and have Christmas with him and go back like from holiday. Imagine from rural to another rural. Just imagine holiday from rural to another rural. But I'll find peace when I'm with him on those December, because he always do projects and understand whereby anika abantwana ibasaries kugcwale khona, so you communicate with many people, your problems go away, you just forget everything. January comes, you go and face your troubles. So for anayo ilizwi engaze ndithi kukho into emdaka enoyithetha ngayo. I will always noba yintoni na ndahlala ndimxolela forgive him noba bendenze intoni or ubetheni, because umntu uba undenze into uzobe endenze engaqondanga, or uba wendenze into uzawube uconfused ngabantu. So he will be always a father to me. I will keep quiet.
If someone please just correct me, from the reports from that commission or whatever the investigations, it says you were born in 1967. Is that correct?
You know, Home Affairs with dizzy. Very dizzy. My ID is 1967, 07. Good brother Walua.
Okay.
Aluta. I have sons, Uhuru. Aluta, Sankara. Those are my boys.
So you
And it shows that politics has been in my veins from childhood. And you know, and into noxela yona. Ipolitiki ngalento emane ndisifunde emaphepheni yonke lento emane ndifunde about utata nepolitiki. Utata ipolitics uthatha kumamama. Because umakhulu wethu ngoyengumuntu kaBhonsi to Pretoria uyotshisa amapasi. Umuntu kaMayibuye. So umama uyisiba ama pamphlets awuphathela utata. Injection yokuqala wayifumana ipilisi ye politics wayifumana kumama utata. But it's another day.
The reason I'm asking you about your year, if you are 1967 for argument's sake,
Not true.
Now someone comes and says, I'm actually the firstborn of Chris Hani. I was born 5 years maybe earlier than you. So I'm the firstborn, whether firstborn son or firstborn daughter. Will you welcome that person?
What I've experienced, how it's like to be terminated. Anyone says that is my father's child or my mother's child, I'll take his words because I know how it's like to be terminated after you've walked the journey of the revolution at the early stage. Because I take it as you know, being a career child, it's a moment of lixesha lokudlala toys kodwa wena uhambisa ileta emizini. I remember a brother of Bulelani Ngcuka, Vuyani Ngcuka. Those are the people who took me to politics in UDF. Just imagine, I was only 12 years old. And I remember they were driving a red Pulsar. It's where I entered politics. And automatically get through blood. But I didn't take politics from my father. I took politics from my family, Tuniso family. Kulela goes.
I do not know, and I'm assuming when I'm asking this question, the demand for you to take DNA test to prove your relationship with Chris Hani. If that, I don't know how to put this, if that paternity test fails or passes, what is it meant to do? Is it pass this will give you this? Like, what is at stake? Why are you demanded to take it? And I do recognize that you said in the beginning that this DNA test, who are you going to take it against? So, for instance, Chris Hani is late. You are here, and who are you going to test this back to prove? So I just want to understand, according to you, when they say take this DNA test, is it they want you to prove that you are his daughter so they can love you or they can give you something? Or what is it? I just want to understand, according to what you understand.
You know, one thing that I know in South Africa, in the state, bayabonakala ngokubambazi. They are naked, all of them. You can see they are not run by themselves. They are run by Calimport Mashiafias with their media houses. I'll never risk my identity through the mafias. I'll never risk my identity through the mafias. Mafias, they cannot beat my family, my imvelaphi, inzalo yam, ukuthi ngubani, identity yam stolen by South African states. If there is a state in South Africa.
You have in the past, Naratish, let me get you one. Sorry. There you go. Let me put it here from here. So, you have in the past lamented the fact that you feel like you are bullied, you have been threatened, you have been bullied with lawyers to say, keep quiet, don't do this, by lawyers. Does that bother you that you are stopped from speaking?
It doesn't bother me. I'll keep on speaking. Nobody will stop me to speak. I have a right to speak, and I fear nobody. That's why I took this route I'm taking. I'm taking the route of making sure my family will be heard by the voices of this country, because it's all big lies and games they say about my father. It's so disappointing. It's very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing, because they've harassed both sides of my family, mom and dad side. I don't know how many times my stepmother would bring people, my mother's side, father's side. The state, every president would bring, what do they call it, these people? That they don't, whatever, the police abo. Scorpions, after
Yes.
Scorpions,
Hawks.
hawks, all these things they bring to
your
my family, to my family, to go and to check my identity. But so funny, they don't hear the voice of my family. When my grandfather is telling that it's our daughter, now they want to hear a miserable, greed cousin of mine speaking, acting to be my dad because of all the, even him, he cannot even buy a ship. He cannot buy even a chair. Go up. They are just having this town life, suburb life with my stepmother, a dirty, ugly agenda, instead of bringing the family together to the scars that they have.
The family homestead, the place where is your home. Is it a museum or is it a building? I've seen on social media dilapidated house. It's said that it's Chris Hani's house.
There is my grandmother's house, but to the picture you won't see it. It's even the same with those houses. Not even a bed to sleep. Not even a cupboard inside. Not even cups, no jugs. No iron. There's nothing. No carpet on the floor. You still have this, what do you call it? In English, I don't know how to spell it.
Cow down.
Cow
down.
Exactly. Imagine the man that every leader of this country, his chair is full of my father's blood. And when I think of my father, the blood, his body, even the body was not even the blood before clothes. They put it, the flag. There's a big question about it. If your friend dies now, you'll throw a jacket, anything that is closer to you. It's so funny. It was very prepared, his death. And the same stepmother, so funny, he stand in the media and say, the night my father died, my father's bodyguard was throwing money to the banks. Tell me, yourself, if you are my stepmother, you will not go to the police and open the case to the man who was taking your husband money. Don't draw imali endodakho. Awuzomama uzovula case. But uthethe ngayo ibe ngathi in South Africa there is law. Uyayithetha ephepheni abavusi case ngalento bayikhe bayilandelele. Into katata utata. Andinawari naye umlungu wabulala utata. Ndifuna ababehlela ukufa kwakhe, babehlela etafuleni. Bakhona ababehleli behlela ukufa kwakhe. Think bafiwe abaphilayo.
Have you ever approached Tokyo Sokhwale for assistance?
Toyko has been always abantwana abangati akafuna uba disappointer. Angifuni uthi angizonda besizonda. No. Lengafuna uhethisha ulindiwe nomfukwezi. And but I never even engaged too much with him. But the status, Bulsand, Mbulise, Klapto, he ends there. I never worry about his money. It was his money, it was not mine. And for me, I believed that I had my own journey. For me, abantu nje ngale ndlela bemthatha ngayo ukuthi it's going to help you, go to him, it's going to help you. To me, I was asking myself, maybe abacinga abantwana bakatata, he will go and look for them, and he will call me and he will look for me because he knows me that I'm happy. Because utata umsholosi wasidibanisa eMthatha, bebe ne event eMthatha, so there's no need of chasing the man with money. I rather go to just a lonely teacher, umuntu nje ngicela imali kulo muntu xa ngidinga lonto ngifuna. I don't need to go deep because you've got money that I can find myself coming to you because you have money. Because these people, I don't know, as mali benze bane arrogance. They were too much arrogant, Lankazethu. But there's nothing that I can say about him. He's still a father.
You believe if he cared enough, he would reach out to you because he knows you and he knows that you are struggling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the spirit returning back to Ekoloni. If that place is already a museum, have you been there ever since it was regarded as a museum? Or do you know if this is possible?
I'm always at home.
I'm talking about the
Sabalele.
yes.
Iholo la kwa Sabalele liyachabalala today. Liholo lihle line museum. The Nsika yethu and Chris Hani municipality, they have no vision.
I'm talking about Boxback.
Boxback.
Yeah, where the spirit is. And
the hole is still there. I was there.
Yes. So where you're going to take the spirit, has it been prepared? Meaning that
we have nothing to do with, because the head of the family have to do it. It's the head of the family who have to sit talks with the whole family and discuss about this. And stop every time we're talking about this, they're coming and bluffing with this 10th of April. The main thing, the spirit of Hani have to be home to his father, to rest next to his father, to his parents. The bones, he can have it because the spirit, if my stepmama needed the spirit, he will go and become a wife at home and stay there, then will be connected to the spirit. The boys can have it and play lavidavi with municipality and 10th April every, without, and with the lie of keep on saying, they must stop this government and the politician to say, Hani family, whereas Hani family has never been in this event. It's never been in this event. Not one single day, boys say, ever been in this event. Never even one of these three brothers' kids who've been in this event, except their Tono boy Yabo Engumpateli, the TikTok Yabo Engumpateli, will use it for stupid things, chasing something that he does not even know. Because the dream that is child is so little, it's about himself. He must think about the family. The kraal of Hani must have cow. The kraal of Hani must have sheep. The kraal of Hani must have goats. That's Hani. That's who Hani was. Not Hani expecting to sit in Umtata, North Crest, sitting in East London, suburb. No. To stay in Sabalele and make sure the people of Sabalele, they have amasemi, the small farms, Galing, Yapil.
So what is the, do you feel there are other Hani family members who are not seeing eye to eye with yourselves?
No, we're okay. No, we have a family in Queenstown. We're okay. It's only this boy, Mpati. He's using people. He's been given money to do this nonsense.
What is he doing actually? Is he dividing the family?
He's dividing the family.
He's talking bad about the family.
It's not talking bad about the family. It's about me. My stepmother is using Patel to talk about bad about me, not the family.
So what's your relationship with Patel?
It's my cousin. We once close friends. He used to visit my home. We used to be best friends. He used to ask me, I must look for funds for him. To Nosimo Palindlela was the premier that time. for their union, for his union. You know, I will take that nonsense and throw it away and will not go and give a premier, because I knew these monies are evil. It's so easy to get the money when you are daughter. I used to go the channel, everybody knows me in King Louis and East London. I'll go and do catering like anybody. I'll go and write, make quotations like anybody. I will not run and do a quotation of 50 million, whereas I don't even have a million. I don't even have 500,000. I will do my 20,000 business and just try to live and make grocery for my home in Tofivaba and my home in Mary, with my mother and my father's side. Both are all dead. They're no more longer alive. I'm all by myself and my kids. But the journey is still young. I understand this is my journey. This is my journey that I have to fight as an African girl. That I make sure my identity must not be stolen by just a woman who come. Never even had Tsiki in my family. You know Tsiki. Tsiki, you know, when you are a wife, there must be blood. Kusha. Some other families, but some other families, but kusha, goat or sheep. She even, that woman goes with light material in my home, where painting, you can see the painting. Not in my culture, even in her culture, the blanket will be in his shoulder. To my culture, the blanket is a scarf, as a wife. But that woman will just go and stand in front of my home and smoke cigarette and drink wine. All this she knows is to be a drunkard. She's a drunkard party, playing a game with politicians against me. I don't undermine her. I don't talking silly. I'm sick and tired of what he did to me for 32 years with his politician. Like that, I will make a proposal to government. I've made so many proposals, of projects and give government, but it will be stolen from me. For example, I've made a proposal of a marathon, Chris Hani marathon. Koyo, the mayor of Nsikayetu, stole it from me. And for me, I had a bigger vision about it. But they made something that to steal money from municipality. They steal it from me. And they made me like, you can't do nothing when you have nothing. They will do it and you'll end up, And I did this marathon, and then all of them, they talk same language. And then I give up. But they will never stop me. But what I love it, all of them, even Koyo himself, he wasn't Twala Kubo much. I don't know where the Shoni Lord wasn't Twala Kubo much. Because everyone is kicking each other. Out. The next minute, the big thing is said, we born a saying next we are in cities, because inside the government. That treating each other badly in the government, these politicians. And I watched some of them in Mkondweni. They came back they come on. You can see, these people are from the ANC, Mkondweni. They're here to destroy each other. They're here pushing. Now they're crying, I'm convener, I'm coordinator, I'm convener. That's all they cry for. You all see that they're having the same thing. They have no clue where we are. We're facing another game of the New World Order. But they are far away to make an awareness about that. We need to make an awareness about that. We need, as a people of the country, to be ready. We need to remove the malls in our head. We need to remove Mercedes in our head. We need to understand we have to go like this. I'm a bull, agriculture. We need to do the same. Because South Africans are in trouble. Look, these spas. They want to make spas shops in the rural. You see this government, they will accept that because they run by Stellenbosch Mafia, instead of allowing the people of the country to do their own choices. to make sure they establish the spazas that are 100% in the rural and stop taking our young girls to go and work in the cities. We can create our own jobs in the rural because rurals today are big. We can create our own spazas whereby 4 women can work in that spaza. 2 for a week, 2 another week, 2 off, 2 weeks, 2 off, 2 weeks. At least that's a start. And we make sure we slimama sim etu. And people, they work in masimini and take our product to the black market. Black market says taxing, apo, it transport had been undermined. Look up impahla kuthiwa ithatha kwaphepha. Uthumela into uthumela kwaphepha. Kukho imoto ezincinci ezingamagumbi ezirana all over the country, ezijikeleza all over the country. We have our transport industry. Why we cannot use our transport industry? No. No.
You seem to have, Shotando, you seem to have given up on our politics, even though listening to your story, the solutions.
No, don't say you think. I am.
Yeah.
Politicians are hooligans. Politicians, they failed our people dismally.
And your problems seem to be solution driven towards politics because it seems you're a victim of politics, and the best way to solve your problems, they need to be solved politically. But the solution that you are coming up with, you're talking about people in the rural areas farming for produce, making spaza shops, using transport systems that are already in existence for logistics. All these things are not possible if politicians don't come to the party. So that's why I'm saying it's a very difficult journey that I see. Before you answer, Tando, you want to say something?
Yes. There's a part that she was going to tap in about having sisters around Africa as well.
Yes.
Yes. That people don't know about.
Yes. Please teach us about that.
We have other sisters. I mean, my father has been all over the country. The country. He's a man.
His seed is spread.
I'm still even waiting for another child that will say, I'm looking for my father. And now you hear this woman will say, how can you say umntana ka Chris Hani? You know, and ekubeni lo muntu mhlawumbe ube uzobe usokole many years efunana no babakhe. Uzobe ufuna umazi ukuthi ubabakhe sizohamba siyogubha ubaba simbuze baba ngumntwana wakho lo. No.
How did you get wind? Besides the obvious that he's a man, he spent a lot of time outside the country. How did you get wind of you may not be the only one? Okay, in South Africa, you've got other siblings that you know of. But outside the country, where did you get wind of that, and where do you think these siblings of yours are?
Zambia.
Okay.
Zambia, Tanzania. I know my father had a child in Zambia. Okay. The problem, I don't know whether he's still alive. The guy in Port Elizabeth that knows my father's daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the other siblings, the one they said has links with Mozambique.
That's my sister. And I wish you can see my sister. He looks like my dad. But the problem is she dressed suits. I dress overall. Mm-hmm. That sister of mine is in suit, but it's too dangerous under that suit. I'm overall. I'm overall. And then I can cross any rivers, any mountains. That one, she prefer to ship.
Yeah.
But she's too dangerous. That's my sister. How can he said Mozambique? But that woman is from Eastern Cape, Pindiwe. Her name is Pindiwe. That woman, ayikho mbizanga ngayo, sister one, with these politicians. That woman ngayibona mna a shell house yakutatayo, not isiya kutatayo. Do you know?
So you are insisting that Chris Hani not only recognized and embraced you, even your other sisters that you know of, when Chris Hani was alive, he embraced these sisters.
Because my father, Even me, you know, I would be with my father not for long. But the little time I had with my father, it was a good time. It made me what I am today, and strong as I am.
Have you thought of,
Because into wanishanayo tata i-one. He said they can say bonke bekhuluma into eyi-one. If when you believe what you believe in, stand for it. As now I believe that if this country can make awareness to our kingdom to come together and stop dividing them and stop these black organizations that are millions, because zisebenza exactly kwi-operations the white man of divide and rule. If they can't see that, but because ngamadoda they're full of ego, Anglo is chasing power instead of chasing the cry of the country. And my love to up to the Burkina Faso president Abraham. That is why I named my last born Sangara. It's because Burkina Faso, I believe in it long time ago. Now is taking the shots, and that is the truth. That is exactly the route we must take. We need to stop this soft walk. This soft walk, it needs to end. I remember 1994, they say we are 1990 and us, we are not ready for going to power, bring the guns, big AK-47, bring everything. Here now with 2025, Third World War. Whether we don't want to put in our brains, they must understand what we're facing. We're gonna be killed in this country.
you would realize that I avoided asking you the politics of Chris Hani. Have you studied his politics? Have you dwelt into his guerrilla warfare tactics? His insistence that the armed struggle must not be suspended? All his politics. I mean, he went to USA, he came back, he went on campaigns, and in political circles, he's known as a man who was convinced by other leaders of the ANC to say, let's drop the guns. And he insisted, no, we're not dropping our guns. Let's negotiate with our guns in our arms. And so those are the politics that are seldom spoken about because it's not fashionable. I'm thinking of, would you commission either a book or a documentary to teach us about the politics of Chris Hani, if you have studied them and if you have had an opportunity to expand more on them?
I promise you, even today, we should be not sleeping on our pillows. We should be sleeping on our arms. We should be sleeping on top of our AK-47. I'm sorry that I'm a girl. I'm sorry that I'm a daughter. If I was a man, maybe the country, they would be talking something else now. Because I can feel my heartbeat, the way it beats. I'm ready. But I am not a racist. I will never be a racist. But the country, they must do what is right. How can the 100 years pass? 100 years, you list 100 years. And the 100 years pass, you are not even ready. 30 years, you list another 30 years. At the expense of the poor. And the country is not yet ready. No, something is wrong.
In terms of, I want to add, in terms of what you asked, is there any documentary or any book that is being released? There is a book, basically. It was released a long time ago, but there is a movie coming up. Let's say they wanna make his life, act his life, but I don't feel like the movie will be enough.
Sondela kancane, so you can be heard. So you're saying, maybe stand here so we can hear you. You say there's a documentary.
Yes, there's a documentary. Many of documentaries. There's a book, but now they are planning on a movie like the movie for Mandela and the movie of Buck Johnson.
Yeah.
Like in a
Yeah.
It's like they will be acting his life from his youngest background to where he actually lost his life in his late life.
So did they approach you as a family, or you just picked it up?
No, they are talking about it. I don't know who's talking about it, but I heard from Mama they talking about the movie.
Well,
did you hear someone speaking about it, or these producers came to you?
No, one time I was at home. There's a car arrived at home. They say they were sent by my cousin, my sister, Lindy. They're here taking pictures. They're gonna make a movie. Lindy was sent them. I asked this lady, why don't Lindy to come? Because I think Lindy deserve healing. And I'm sorry that he hates me. I'm here to stay. I'm his blood, whether he likes it or not. She's got sisters. They're the sisters that you choose, you grown up with. They're not his sisters.
Do you think, I just want your fair opinion, do you think, because you've got siblings, do you think they do love you? They're just waiting for confirmation. Please just close that thing. Do you think your sisters or your other siblings?
One sister. It's one sister.
One sister. Mm-hmm. I thought
that is the one sister that is having a problem because is with her mother. One sister died.
Okay. So the reason I'm asking is I just wanted to understand, is it because they are told that if they embrace you, they will have to embrace a whole 100 others. So maybe they are waiting for you to do a DNA test so they can, I mean, with proof, they can love you. Maybe the relationship that is standing between you and your family is just that certification, or is that confirmation that you are indeed their father's child.
Tell me, are you trying to tell me the stepmother and the ANC and everyone, do they undermine the African way of saying this is my daughter? And if I have to give them, okay, say like, come on, you've been crying for this blood, come, let's go, have it.
Yeah.
Where is it going to match my blood? Where?
So because if you take any of their children, there's no proof even those children are.
Yes, because we for that much she was a drunkard. You don't know where he sleeps. We know very well because at the time he was divorcing with my father, it's because he's busy. This is a woman that is busy. She was busy, in fact. Not now. She's old now. She's a little bit relaxed now. She's not even drinking.
So so in short, you are saying, like you said, I mean 2 times, there is no reference point. So in short, I think we must close this chapter of DNA with the word that says you still insist that if there was something to compare your blood with, then you would have taken it. Meaning that if Chris Hani's DNA was in existence, you would offer yours to prove that. That's what you are saying.
Yeah.
I think.
That's my dad. I mean, with you, me, and my dad. Come on. Hey, that would be easy.
Yeah.
And for that matter, as much as we know very well the government, if they want to turn down not to be Hani, they can do it. But I will risk it.
And of course, you don't even trust the process.
The state.
Yes. Okay. No, I understand.
The state. In fact, the world order itself. It's the way they do things, starting to the IDs and everything. Everything I don't trust, but you just do because you have to do it. The millions and millions are expecting that. But
no, I understand.
Yeah.
Tando, Namdan, is there anything that you wanted that you think she has not said?
Yes, I think we should call in the head of the family so that if he has a few words to say to the people.
All right, sharp. Give me the phone. Let's see if we can find him.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see.
So it's Ubabu Siko Poiseani, the one who wrote this.
Yes. He's expecting our call, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sanboran Tata Njani? Siyaphila, Mashian here from Politically Incorrect Podcast. Sirokoti Podcast. Sorry? Mashian from Politically Incorrect Podcast. Yes, we are recording a podcast. No Mama Cleopatra Lana. Yes, we were reading the statement that was penned by you, and of course it included Cleopatra. We just want to check what is it about the statement that you wanted to repeat on the podcast. So we closed the whole chapter. Says Ngokole naye, and we somewhat believe we understand where the family stands in terms of how you were hard done by. But we just think maybe we can give you a 3 minutes just so you can say what you wanted to say out in the media statement. All right, no, ngiyabonga Baba Boys. Okay, thank you. Next time.
Yeah, next time, please. Just arrange some other time, please.
All right, thank you. You see, he wasn't expecting our call.
No, same.
Yeah, but he
Same.
said he was expecting our call. But at least he knows that we are shooting the podcast and we wrote the letter. No, we are discussing the letter. But I think so far you have said what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you think you have not said it well, you want to repeat, or?
No, there's nothing. I'm feeling better because I can't sleep thinking about this for 32 years. Umoya katatam, the spirit of my father is still there. And these people, I'm talking about the spirit, they're busy talking about my identity. How can I jump rushing other people's spirit, being an African? Ngizohlanya ngizokula because ngisebenzisa udlutshwala nenyama yomzi engasingwasekhaya. Ngidla inkomo emashonyeni ngene ebuhlandi ngiyomenhla. But these people are busy messing my identity till today. But all I can say, I don't feel nothing. But I wish my mother can find peace one day in his heart so that he can die peacefully and become a better spirit for his family and my family too. Because you cannot live with hate this much long. Even myself, I used to hate her. But I look at, this is my father's wife. I can't hate her. Then I'll correct myself. But I do believe that one day she'll come back to senses as the woman that loves media so much. SAPS1, all these people, they do what they like. But it is fine with me, as long as they won't take my soul.
Thank you very much. Mashian, Politically Incorrect, you've heard it. It's been a long one. Lots of revelations, and just tell me, how can you assist the family, because she's not the only one. I just wanted to get maybe the head of the family in terms of maybe corroborate what she's been saying. I think the head of the family is the head based on him being a male. This is how I read the story. But for now, let me cut it. It's been a long one. Mama Cleopatra, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you.